Good day and welcome to your darling program coming to you from Akoko Radio TV. Yeah, it's your boy Ibiloye Peter on the show from the other side of things. When we say the other side, what is in the other side in your side? Do you want to know what is in the other side in this area here? You don't want to know. Since last week now, I've not been able to eat bread because I'm scared of my life. Or you've not heard the gist. When bread is using about 2 months on the shelf, isn't that concerning? But anyways, God will continue to save us from what we are eating. I think that is also should be a reminder for us to be careful and to be watchful of what we eat daily. So what have I brought to you from the other side of things from Akoko Radio TV today? Well, I want to talk about journey. When we say journey, what are we really talking about journey? You see, the journey of life is in different dimensions. And when we're talking about journey, we need to understand that there are different stages. There's a time when you start, there's a time when you are facing it, and there's an ending part to journey. But most of the time, when we see people's life, when we see people's success, we don't understand the journey they have gone through before we start, judging or wishing to be where they are. You see, when we ask or when we look at people who have been a success, who are carrying the life of success, when we admire them, don't just admire where they are, don't just admire what they've accomplished. Have you tried to ask them what they went through to be able to get to that point they are? And that's what is bringing the interesting topic today of journey. So my question to you today is, what steps, what journey are you going through? What phase are you passing through? What stage have you gotten to in your journey of life? There's in your journey of life, there's a stage where you learn. There's a stage where you implement. You implement what you've learned. You fail. You pass sometimes. But you failing does not mean you failed in life. No, it's just for you to go and relearn or to unlearn some things about life. Talking about relearn and unlearn, do you know that most of the time, those things that we find ourselves doing, those things that we believe is true, is what they've told us is true? Have we tried to unlearn what they've told us it is? I'm still talking about the journey of life, journey to success, journey of marriage, journey of business. You see, all these things are all compared in life, because when you marry, there's a stage when the love is so hot, and there's a stage when everything is like, I hope I've not married that miss. In business too, there's a stage where you start from small. You're buying one goods, selling, you multiply the goods, you buy 2, you buy 3, before you know you expand. It's journey. Even in education, there's journey. There's a stage where you are, where they're giving you foundation of what you are learning. There's a stage where you get to that. You have basic understanding of what they're teaching you. You're not trying to solve complex things. So also in life, there's journey to things. You see, the journey where you face when you were small is different from the journey you face when you get to youth stage. And when you get to your adult age too, there's another phase of journey there. You see, at the adult stage, that is when you start looking at, oh, my wife, oh, my children, oh, my business, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. But you see, as a small child, those problems are not yet for that small child, because he has not gotten to that journey yet. He has not gotten to that stage yet. So when we're talking about journey, you need to understand that there are stages to it. So in your journey of life, in your journey of business, in your journey of family, what stage have you gotten to? Do you even recognize the stage you have gotten to? Do you recognize the stage you are about to walk into? These are things you need to start understanding. These are things you need to start observing. When you start observing these things, when you start trying to know what stage have I gotten to, what's the steps I need to take, what are the things I need to do in this stage I am, then you see that the journey of life is going to be much more easier for you. But if you do not understand the journey, if you do not understand the stage you are, most of the times you are bound to fail because you don't know the right thing to do. It is possible for you to be doing the right thing at the wrong time. And if you are doing the right thing at the wrong time, it's exactly as you doing nothing. Let me give you an instance. A farmer who is meant to be planting when there is rain, raining season, is meant to be planting the seeds, clearing his farm to make sure he has a good crop. Imagine that same farmer now doing it dry season. Do you think there's going to be a result he's expecting? In your journey of life, in your journey of business, what stage have you gotten to? What capability do you have to sustain that stage you are? What understanding do you need to do? What are the steps you need to take in that stage you are to be able to, get to the next stage? Don't forget what we are talking about today. We are talking about journey from Akoko Radio TV with your boy Ibiloye Peter on the other side of things. And I'm trying to let you know, I'm trying to bring our understanding to the fact that in business, in marriage, in life, in whatever it is a journey. And in this journey of life, there are stages to it. So you need to understand the stage you have gotten to or the stage you are about to walk to. If you understand the stage, you will be able to understand the things you are meant to do and things you are not meant to do. You see, I said the things you are meant to do and the things you are not meant to do. Most of the time, we try to only focus on what we are meant to do and neglecting the things we are not meant to do. And if we do not put this in practice to always know the two sides of things, we always find ourselves at miss. It's just like now, a person planting. I love to use planting because my grandfather is a farmer though. So a person planting and maybe in a plot of land is meant to have just about maybe 10 palm trees in a plot of land. That is, he knows he's meant to do what? He's meant to plant palm trees. He knows the time he's meant to plant the palm tree and is, going with these laws of things he's meant to do. He knows he's meant to clear his farm. He knows he's meant to do what? He's meant to plant palm tree. He knows the particular time he's meant to plant it. But he's not neglecting the things he's not meant to do. Whereas, in a plot of land, don't plant more than 10 palm trees. Because he's neglecting the things he's not meant to do, he's going to find himself doing things he's not meant to do, whereas planting more than 10 palm trees and at the end of the day, not coming out with a great result. So what are we trying to say in the journey of life? What am I trying to point out in the journey of life? In the journey of life, in the journey of your business, in the journey of whatever things you are meant to do, you need to try to educate yourself on things you are meant to do and things not to do. Because most of the times, those things you are not meant to do can give you setback in your business. Imagine a businessman, investing millions of nairas in his business, and he is not meant to do a transaction without seeing the goods. He knows that, yes, I'm meant to buy a laptop and he's selling laptop for so amount. But he has forgotten that when he wants to buy new stock, he's meant to go for inspection, to go and check those laptops to know if they are functioning well. But he didn't do those things, and he went ahead to make payments. And at the end of the day, the laptop they sent to him were malfunctioning. Some of them were not working well. Do you think that business is going to drive? So in your journey, in your in your journey of marriage, in your journey of whatever you want to say, I want to ask you, what stage have you gotten to? In that stage you have gotten to, what are the things you need to do to get to the next stage? What are the things you are not meant to do so you don't remain in the same stage or even go back to the previous stage? These are things you need to consider in the journey of life. These are things you are meant to consider in your marriage. These are things you are meant to consider in your business. Don't forget, I called this topic today, I called it journey. What journey? What stage have you gotten to in your journey of life? In your journey of life, when you understand a lot of things, you see that there are most things that you are concerned of, and if you really look at it, it's not something you are meant to give your attention to, because at the end of the day, it does not matter. So what are the things that matter to you? What are the things that matter to your journey? Because your journey is different from my journey, and my journey is different from my fellow mate's journey. So we both have different journey. So there are some things that matter to my own journey that might not matter to your own journey per se. And your own journey, there are things you are meant to do. And if you don't do it, you won't get to the next stage. But if I should try those things you are meant to do, I might find myself failing in the journey of life. That is why you don't compare yourself to your friends, you don't compare yourself to your neighbor, you don't compare yourself even to your mentor. Because each and every one of us have our own journey of life to face. You see, a journey of life is a very deep topic. And I'm not sure we can even digest it in one session together. But if there's anything you take home today, take this home. What stage have you gotten to? That stage you are, what are the things you are meant to do to get to the next stage? What are the things you are not meant to do in that stage you are?